Hello everyone and welcome back. In the last video, I talked about the formula for entropy and we saw the value of entropy for extreme examples for a binary class decision tree. Now, remember the objective of entropy was to help us decide the attribute that will give us the best split for any given decision node. And we also talked about the reduction in entropy. So basically, what we want is that after a particular node is split into child nodes, we want that the resulting entropy of the child nodes should be lesser than the entropy of the parent node. And this reduction is called the information gain. So what we do is we try out different attributes, we calculate the information gain, and then we choose the attribute that gives us the maximum information gain. So in this video, I want to talk about the formula for information gain, and then we will apply it on a real example to see how all of this comes together. Now, as you can imagine, information gain is the difference in entropy of the parent node and the combined entropy of the child nodes. So how do we do that? Let's see this. So in this formula, this is the entropy of the parent node, and this is the combined entropy of the child nodes. So basically, if you have created k partitions, that means that if you have split the parent node into k child nodes, then in each of the node after splitting, you are going to find out the number of records in that partition, and you're going to use that Ni, which is the number of observations in the given node divided by the total number of observations that were there in the parent node, and that's going to be the weight for a given node. So what we will do is, for each of the k child nodes, we will calculate the entropy of the node, we will find out this weight of the node, and we will combine it all together to get the combined entropy of all the child nodes. And then we will plug it into the formula of information gain, and this will give us the information gained after the split. And this measures the reduction in entropy that has been achieved after the split. So let's see some example of this, because it's very easy when you implement it. The formula might look tricky, but once you get a hang of it, it's not that complicated. So let's look at an example. So in this example, we are looking at the table that we had seen before with 14 observations, and the class that we were trying to separate is yes or no. So whether we can go out to play or not. And right now, what we want to do is we want to try out the 4 attributes one by one in the root node, calculate the information gain for that attribute, and then finally we will choose that which attribute should be chosen as the root node. So we will start by the outlook attribute. So just to remind you, this is the data set we are talking about. So we want to decide the root node for this data set. We will start with outlook. We will try out temperature, humidity, windy. We will calculate the information gain one by one, and then whichever attribute gives us the maximum information gain will be our root node. So I'm going to run you through one example, and then you can try out the others by yourself. The calculations are given in the subsequent slides. So let's start with outlook. So remember, outlook had 3 values: sunny, overcast, and rainy. There were 5 observations with a value of sunny. There were 4 observations with the value of overcast, and there were 5 observations with the value of rainy. So this is the data that we have. Overall, in the entire data set at this point before splitting, we had 14 observations. After splitting, they are split into 3 child nodes with 5, 4, and 5 observations. So we will calculate the entropy of each of the child nodes. So which means we will calculate the entropy of outlook equal to sunny, outlook equal to overcast, and outlook equal to rainy. So what we will do is we will plug in the formula of entropy. Now remember, the formula of entropy was minus summation over J PJT into log of PJT. Now remember, J in our example takes value yes and no. Okay, so let's look at outlook equal to sunny. Now you see that yes is basically 2 observations out of 5 and no is equal to 3 observations out of 5. So PJT for yes is 2 upon 5 and PJT for no is 3 upon 5. Once you have identified that, then you are simply saying PJT into log of PJT. Same for 3 upon 5 into log of 3 upon 5. You have a minus sign in the front and then you combine it, you get a value of the entropy of outlook equal to sunny. You do the same thing for outlook equal to overcast. As you can guess, this is 0 because there is 0 impurity in outlook equal to overcast. All the observations belong to the yes class. Similarly, we calculate the entropy of outlook equal to rainy, which turns out to be this. Now what we have to do is we have to combine the entropy to finally come to our formula. Before we do that, I want to calculate the entropy of the parent node. So entropy of the parent node when we are talking about the root node is basically the entropy of the entire data set. So in the entire data set, we had 14 observations and out of those 9 belong to one class. Let's go back to our data and see. This is our entire data set. You can see how many no's are there and how many yes are there. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 no's and there are 9 yes. So coming back here, when I'm trying to calculate the entropy of the parent node, PJT is 9 upon 14 for yes and 5 upon 14 for no. I'm just plugging it into the formula of entropy to get a value of 0.94. So that is the entropy of the parent node. Once I have done that, I have to find out the information gain after splitting the root node based on the outlook attribute. So the entropy of the parent node is given to us, which is this. What we have to do is we have to find out the combined entropy of the child nodes. Now remember, there are 3 child nodes here: sunny, overcast and rainy. We have an entropy of each of those already calculated. We just have to combine it based on the weights of that node. So what is this NIN? That's what we want to calculate. NIN for the first node is 5 upon 14. NIN for the second node is 4 upon 14. And NIN for outlook equal to rainy is 5 upon 14. Because out of the 14 observations in the root node, 5 observations have gone into outlook equal to rainy. So you see, these are the weights that I'm talking about. I have calculated kind of like a weighted entropy of the child nodes together. That gives me a value of 0.693. So if I just have to plug it into the formula, 0.94 minus 0.693, that will give me an information gain of 0.247. So you can go over it one more time, and we are going to do this for outlook equal to windy. So basic, not outlook equal to windy, I'm sorry. We will basically, here we calculated for outlook, and we need to do the same for temperature, windy and humidity. And you can calculate the information gain from all of these, and you will find out that the information gain from outlook is the maximum, and that is why the root node will be outlook. So I want you to go and try these out on your own, and then when you come to class, we are going to go over an example and in an Excel file and continue to practice on this concept.